Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name's Ellis and I'll be your host today, and we've got a quiz all about geography in the Americas. How good is your American geography? Well, we're going to put it to the test today with 100 quiz questions. You can receive Quiz Class awards based on how many points you scored, so make sure to let us know how you rank in the comments at the end of the video. Let's get started then with question 1. Good luck and enjoy the quiz. Which South American country does the equator pass through? Venezuela, Suriname, or Colombia? So for each question, you'll have 3 options to choose from. You need to find the correct answer. And for question 1, that correct answer is Colombia. Question 2. What is the Andean bear also called? Spectacled bear, striped bear, or slothed bear? And we do move through these questions at quite a rapid pace, so keep up best you can. The answer to question 2 then is spectacled bear. 3. Where does North America rank in the world's continent sizes? 2nd, 3rd, or 4th largest? You've not got long, but go through those continents. Where does North America rank? The answer is the 3rd largest. On which continent of the Americas are the lungs of our planet? North America, South America, or Central America? Though not strictly a continent, we'd like you to choose one of those 3 options, please. North, South, or Central. The answer is South America. 5. What river are Guyana's Kaieteur Falls located on? Patara River, Pataro River, or Potato River? The answer is Pataro River. What type of rock is the Canadian Shield platform made of? Prehistoric rock, pre-Canadian rock, or pre-Cambrian rock? The Canadian Shield platform, do you know what it is? Do you know what it's made from? The answer is pre-Cambrian rock. Well done if you got that one right. Which islands served as a living laboratory for scientists including Charles Darwin? Galapagos Islands, Fernando de Noronha, or Lesser Antilles? The answer is the Galapagos Islands. What is the highest volcano in Costa Rica? Santa Maria, Irazu, or Pacaya and Fuego? The correct answer is Irazu. Question 9. Which South American country has the world's highest navigable lake? Peru, Argentina, or Chile? Hope you're keeping up so far and enjoying the quiz. This is question 9 that we're on currently. The answer is Peru. Which is not one of Suriname's main mountain ranges? Van Asch van Wyck Mountains, Serrania del Paria, or Bacois Mountains? My apologies for any mispronunciations there on those. Done the best I can. Have you? The answer is Serrania del Paria. 11. What is the primary border between Central and South America? Heel of Panama, Puente de Panama, or Isthmus of Panama? Give you a clue, it's something to do with Panama. The answer is Isthmus of Panama. 12. Which lake is the source of the Mississippi River? Lake Agassiz, Lake Itasca, or Lake Warren? The correct answer is Lake Itasca. What natural resource does Venezuela have the world's largest reserve of? Natural gas, iron, or oil? Venezuela has the world's largest reserve of oil. Question 14. What Mexican peninsula extends into the Gulf of Mexico? Punta de Piedra, Baja California, or Yucatan? The answer is Yucatan. What geographic feature doesn't make up the American Cordillera of Canada, the US, and Mexico? Mountain ranges, extramontane basins and steppes, mountain ranges, montane basins and prairies, or mountain ranges, intermontane basins and plateaus? And that bottom option is your correct answer. 16. What mineral is northern Chile rich in? Cobalt, zinc, or copper? Cobalt, zinc, or copper? The correct answer is copper. Question 17. Which South American country isn't landlocked? Bolivia, French Guinea, or Paraguay? So two of those are landlocked, but which one isn't? The answer is French Guinea. What is the US native plant Lonicera sempervirens known as? Eastern honeysuckle, coral honeysuckle, or sleeper honeysuckle? The answer is a coral honeysuckle. What country is classified as part of the North American continent and the world's largest non-continental island? Iceland, Faroe Islands, or Greenland? The answer is Greenland. Question 20. In which South American country is the Salar de Uyuni? Is it in Bolivia, Brazil, or Guyana? The answer we're looking for is Bolivia. 21. How much of Uruguay's surface area is an extension of the Brazilian shield? At least 20, 40, or 60%? This is a tough one. Can you get the answer? It's at least 40%. 22. What is North America also known as? Bear Island, Eagle Island, or Turtle Island? Sure, you're having a look at that map there to see if it reminds you of anything. The answer is Turtle, though. Turtle Island. What shape is Panama's landmass? P, S, or U? And no picture from above here to help you out. What shape is Panama's landmass? The answer is an S. You can go and Google that for yourself after the quiz. What rock is Guatemala's northern Petén Plateau? Chalk, halite, or limestone? The answer is limestone. Which country doesn't claim a portion of Antarctica? Brazil, Argentina, or Chile? The answer is Brazil. Brazil doesn't claim a portion of Antarctica. What oceanic plate is beneath the Pacific off Central America? Cocos, Caribbean, or Coiba? The answer is Cocos. What is Canada's most produced fruit? Cherry, strawberry, or blueberry? Tough one here. Canada's most produced fruit. The answer is blueberry. If you ever don't know any of the answers, it's always worth having a guess. What terrain is the Darien Gap at the Colombia-Panama border? Karst field, salt plain, or rainforest? The Colombia-Panama border, what kind of terrain is there? The answer is rainforest. 29. What is the only Central American country without a Pacific coastline? Costa Rica, Belize, or Nicaragua? The only Central American country without a Pacific coastline is Belize. Which Eastern Atlantic bay has the world's highest tides? James, Frobisher, or Bay of Fundy? James Bay, Frobisher Bay, or Bay of Fundy? The answer is Bay of Fundy. Question 31. In which country is the Pantanal the world's largest tropical wetland? Jamaica, El Salvador, or Brazil? Where will you find Pantanal? The answer is Brazil. 32. Which Caribbean reef is the largest in the northern and western hemispheres? Mesoamerican Reef, Greater American Reef, or Belize Barrier Reef? This quiz today is quite nice. It's like we're watching a nature documentary at the same time as playing with all these lovely images. Don't get distracted though, make sure you get the answers, and for 32 it's Mesoamerican Reef. Which South American river doesn't flow into the Atlantic Ocean? Yelko, Essequibo, or Babis? The answer is Yelko. 34. What is not one of Nicaragua's three main landform zones? Central Highlands, Caribbean Lowlands, or Atlantic Midlands? The answer is Atlantic Midlands. Which wax palm is the national tree of Colombia? Cocora, Arica, or Quindío? The national tree of Colombia is the Quindío. What island is Cape Columbia, the northernmost landmass of the North American continent, on? Is it on Elif Ringnes Island, Eureka Island, or Ellesmere Island? The answer is Ellesmere Island. 37. What type of forest provides 40% of the water used in Tegucigalpa, Honduras's capital city? Tropical, rain, or cloud? The answer is cloud. What is the western dry, flat area west of the Paraguay River known as? Chico Aurora, Choco Corporeal, or Chaco Boreal? Tough question, this one. Really think about it and see if you know the answer. It's Chaco Boreal. 39. What region comprises Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central America? Equatorial America, Middle America, or Tropics America? The correct answer is Middle America. Question 40. What is the largest genus of flowering plants endemic to North America? Beard tongues, foxgloves, or fork fingers? None of them particularly nice nicknames. The correct answer though is beard tongues. 41. What is the world's largest natural asphalt deposit in Trinidad and Tobago? La Brea Tar Pits, Lake Bermudas, or Pitch Lake? There's another nice image to make us all wish we were on a nice holiday. The answer is Pitch Lake. 42. Which Brazilian city is the capital of Amapá State, almost directly on the equator? Belém, Macapá, or São Luís? The answer is Macapa. Question 43. What is the full name for the Southern Atlantic Ocean territory, South Georgia, and the South Cheddar Islands, Fish Islands, or Sandwich Islands? Cheddar, fish, or sandwich? I don't know as I overly want cheddar and fish in my sandwich. The answer is Sandwich Islands, though. 44. How many countries are in the Caribbean? 6, 13, or 20? You've got time to start counting them. How many can you name? If you've named 13, you'd be right. There's 13 countries in the Caribbean. What is the fastest land mammal in North America? A moose, a grizzly bear, or a pronghorn? The answer is a pronghorn. 46. Which Caribbean country is covered by the North American plate? Jamaica, Cuba, or Hispaniola? The correct answer is Cuba. Well done if you got that one right. Here's question 47. What mineral deposit other than bauxite and gold is Guyana rich in? Emeralds, diamonds, or sapphires? If being rich in gold wasn't enough, they're also rich in diamonds. What is the national fish of Canada? Arctic grayling, Atlantic cod, or northern pike? The national fish of Canada is Atlantic cod. 49. What is the capital city of Ecuador? Crete, Crete, or Quito? The capital city of Ecuador is Quito. Question 50. In which region of Peru are the Nazca lines? Southern, eastern, or western? And this question marks us being halfway through this quiz. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming quizzes. The answer to question 50 is southern, the southern region of Peru. In what valley was Tenochtitlan, the Aztec Empire's capital city? Valley of Mexico, Tehuacan-Cuicatlan Valley, or Oaxaca Valley? The less we say about that middle option, the better. But it doesn't matter, because the answer is the top option, Valley of Mexico. Where in South America has been called the greenest country on Earth? French Guiana, Guyana, or Suriname? The answer is Suriname. Question 53. Which US state isn't home to any documented venomous snakes? Alaska, Washington, or Oregon? The quiz has been quite short on US states so far. Moving into a slightly different direction, can you name the correct answer? It's Alaska. 54. Which herbivorous mammal is found in Costa Rica's Corcovado National Park? Tapir, aardvark, or Central American boar? The answer is tapir. What shape are the Tepuis Mountains in Venezuela? Cone-shaped, table-topped, or horseshoe-shaped? The Tepuis Mountains in Venezuela. They're table-topped. 56. On what border of South America is the Drake Passage? Northern, eastern, or southern? The northern border, the eastern border, or the southern border? The answer is southern. Well done if you got that one. Here's 57. Which country in the continental Americas experiences the highest annual seismic activity? Mexico, the US, or Peru? The answer is the US. Where is the Kamoy River Cave Park? Puerto Rico, Hawaii, or Alaska? The correct answer is Puerto Rico. 59. What Mexican coast isn't vulnerable to hurricanes? Pacific, Gulf of Mexico, or Caribbean? The answer is Pacific. Question 60. In which country are the fjords of the Reloncavi Estuary and Cape Horn? Ecuador, Chile, or Peru? If that plane on that globe is to scale, then that is one big plane. The answer to question 60 is Chile. What is not one of Panama's main seasons? Dry, rainy, or harmattan? Which is not. It has a dry season and a rainy season, but not a harmattan season. That's what we're looking for. What are the three sisters plants of the Americas? Rice, beans, and squash, millet, beans, and squash, or corn, beans, and squash? So beans and squash are two of them, but what's the other? Rice, millet, or corn? The answer is corn, beans, and squash. Which country on the greater American continent has the most natural lakes? Mexico, the US, or Canada? And we're talking here highest number, not just the lakes that are the most natural. The answer is Canada. 64. What feature defines the Chaco region of Bolivia? Prairies, karst fields, or swamps? The Chaco region of Bolivia is defined by the swamps. 65. Which South American country spearheaded the Montevideo Environmental Law Program? Uruguay, Argentina, or Brazil? Slightly political question here. Can you get the answer correct? It's Uruguay. Question 66. Who were the first Europeans to explore and colonise areas of North America? Dutch, Portuguese, or Norse? The answer is Norse. Question 67. Which country's border is 22 miles from the Calakmul anticline? El Salvador, Nicaragua, or Guatemala? "22 miles away. The answer we're looking for is Guatemala. Well done if you got that one right. Here's question 68. What plain is the city of Buenos Aires located at the northeastern edge of? Pampas, Nutas, or Techas? The answer is Pampas. Where is Thousand Foot Falls the highest waterfall in Central America? Honduras, Costa Rica, or Belize? The highest waterfall in Central America, Thousand Foot Falls, is found in Belize. What is the Quercus montana in the US? Chestnut oak, Quaker oak, or live oak? The answer is chestnut oak. Question 71. What doesn't intersect in Brazil? Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, Tropic of Capricorn, or Equator? The answer is Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. 72. Which river forms the northern border of Belize and Mexico? Bondo River, Hondo River, or Mondo River? Bondo, Hondo, or Mondo? The correct answer is the Hondo River. Question 73. What is the southernmost country in Central America and the northernmost country in South America? Colombia, Panama, and Dominican Republic are your choices. Which one is correct? There's that massive plane again on top of the globe. Don't let that distract you though, because you need to give the correct answer of Panama. Question 74. What North American or South American country is the world's 5th largest nation? Mexico, the US, or Brazil? So we're looking for the world's 5th largest nation. Which of those three is it? The answer is Brazil. Which country borders the Gulf of Fonseca? Haiti, Chile, or Nicaragua? The correct answer is Nicaragua. What type of active volcanoes border the Orinoco Delta of Venezuela? Cryovolcano, lake volcano, or mud volcano? The Orinoco Delta of Venezuela is bordered by mud volcanoes. Question 77. Which plant's cultivation is part of the spiritual belief system of native Hawaiians? Coconut, corn, or taro? The correct answer is taro. 78. Which extinct seal was native to the Caribbean? Caribbean elephant seal, Caribbean lion seal, or Caribbean monk seal? One of those was native to the Caribbean. And the answer we're looking for is the monk seal. Well done if you got that one right. What water body is the Bahamas located in? Caribbean Sea, South Atlantic Ocean, or North Atlantic Ocean? Now we're talking, look at that picture. Maybe if we all close our eyes we can imagine that we're there. The correct answer is North Atlantic Ocean. 80. What is the smallest country in North America? St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or St. Kitts and Nevis? The correct answer is St. Kitts and Nevis. 20 questions left. Which coast's northern part was transferred from Nicaragua to Honduras in 1960? Butterfly, cricket, or mosquito? The correct answer is mosquito. Question 82. Which South American country is known as the heart of South America? Bolivia, Paraguay, or Chile? The heart of South America is a name given to Paraguay. How much of the Earth's total surface area do the Americas make up? About 8%, about 14%, or about 20%? The Americas, North and South, make up about 8% of the Earth's total surface area. What scenic road goes through the western highlands of El Salvador? Ruta de las Flores, Ruta de la Arbol, or Ruta de los Cactus? Flores, Arboles, or Cactus? The answer is Ruta de las Flores. What is the only tropical rainforest in the United States National Forest System? Apache Sitgreaves National Forests, Ocala National Forest, or El Yunque National Forest? The answer is El Yunque National Forest. Question 86. How many Cayman Islands are there? 3, 5, or 7? You're such a long way into this quiz. Well done for keeping it up and making it this far. Let's try and get 100% with the remaining questions. The answer to question 86 is 3. 87. Which Canadian province doesn't Alaska share its only land borders with? Yukon Territory, British Columbia, or Winnipeg? Alaska doesn't share its only land borders with Winnipeg. 88. What is the state of California's capital? Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Sacramento? If you want to go to the capital of California, then you need to go to Sacramento. Which is not one of South America's leading coffee producers? Ecuador, Colombia, or Brazil? The correct answer is Ecuador. Question 90. Which ocean basin is the Nazca Plate located in? South Atlantic Ocean, Eastern Pacific Ocean, or North Atlantic Ocean? The Nazca Plate is located in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. What two oceans are connected by the Strait of Magellan? Atlantic and Indian, Atlantic and Pacific, or Pacific and Indian? The Strait of Magellan connects two oceans, the Atlantic and Pacific. 92. Which vast biome of boreal forest is found in the northern parts of North America? Cerrado, Alpine Tundra, or Taiga? The answer is Taiga. What is Mexico's national tree, also known as the Montezuma cypress? Platanus mexicana, Chilopsis, or Ahuhuet? The answer is Ahuhuet. Question 94. Where were the plains bison hunted to near extinction? Southern, Great Plains, or Alaskan? The correct answer is Great Plains. Which island is the largest by area on the Pacific coast of the Americas? Graham Island, Kodiak Island, or Vancouver Island? The answer is Vancouver Island. Which is not one of the main island groups of the Caribbean Sea? Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles, or Middle Antilles? The answer is Middle Antilles. Which type of climate is found in the western plains of the US? Semi-temperate, semi-arid, or semi-tropical? In the western plains of the US, you would find a semi-arid climate. Question 98, nearly at the end of this quiz now. Which exposed landmass connected Alaska to Siberia during the last ice age? Beringato, Barrington, or Beringia? The answer is Beringia, or Beringia. 99. What view is possible from the summit of Panama's Volcan Barú? Medellin skyline, Aurora Borealis, or Pacific Ocean sunrise and Atlantic Ocean sunset? Any of them a superb view, I imagine. But the correct answer is Pacific Ocean sunrise and the Atlantic Ocean sunset. Which continent has the world's longest coastline? North America, South America, or Central America? Well, Central not a continent. It's between North and South. The answer's North America. Bonus question to finish off. Which South American country takes its name from the equator? Let us know the answer to that one in the comments, and whilst you're there, you can let us know how many points you scored out of 100. From champion down to explorer through master, enthusiast and apprentice, there's an award for wherever you scored. Let us know in the comments. And that really is the end of our quiz today. Thanks for playing. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming quizzes. But if you just can't wait for another one to be uploaded, there are plenty already online that you can try right now, so why not dive straight into another one? My name's Ellis and I've been your host today. Thanks again for joining us at Quiz Class. We'll see you next time.